Yo. Hello, everybody. I just woke up. It's 2 in the morning. I don't know what happened. I just fell asleep in my chair and decided I wanted to turn on the stream. Guys, I don't know if you guys saw what happened. So I started taking this medication, and the night before yesterday, I got like really nauseous, and I started like just obliterating the bathroom. I know it's TMI, but it's the truth. Basically, long story short, is this medication has some side effects, some pretty like nasty ones too that I have to be cautious of. Like one of them is like blurred vision, and it can affect my retina or something. So I don't know if this is what it is, but I called the pharmacist, and this is what she told me to do. One of the #1 things that I can't mix with the medication is grapefruit, which sounds fucking insane because like I was thinking like alcohol or like what the fuck grapefruit is. But the most ironic thing is I've been crushing grapefruit on the fucking daily, guys. What they do is they increase the effectiveness of the medication. And yeah, I'm just gonna chat and stuff like that. I don't know. John Powell's like, fuck it, bro. Just stream with no cam. Your chat wants to hang out anyway. So that's what's going on right now. This is what grapefruit is. Like, can I watch this grapefruit technique thing? Is this safe to watch, guys, or no?
Technique, the grapefruit.
Okay, let's say you made a list of fucking every MMO, all right? So let's say we did a list, MMOs in 2025, okay? And you took Lost Ark, and you broke it down into pros and cons, okay? Pros, insane combat, good raids. Would you say Lost Ark has good raid design? Because some fights fucking suck asshole. Like some fights are terrible, but I guess you would say, like, is it good raid design or fun raids? All right, let's just say good raid design. Gold River era was bid for raids. See, I actually completely disagree with you, but it's just my opinion. I actually prefer the older raids compared to the new raids, but that's just me. Like, I prefer Vulcan, Vicus, Clown. I like mechs, to be honest, more than just how it is today. But it's just personal preference. My actual opinion of current raids, the current raids in Lost Ark, if you've noticed, like Echidna, Behemoth, Aegir, I don't know, we'll see Brel. If you've noticed, how they work is you fight the boss, you do a mech kind of that like takes you to a different thing or something, and then you go back and continue to fight the boss. And then you do this thing, and then you continue to like it like doubles up. Like a great example is Aegir, right? You go into that room where you guys are separated, you like stagger the boss, you go out, you fight the boss, or you go out and then you go into that shadow realm, and then you do the exact same thing one more time. You go into the room, you come out, shadow realm, right? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like it double Echidna. You fight the boss, you go into the counter room with the mirrors, you come out and you do the exact same thing one more time. It like doubles up because I think they have, and the reason why I think they do this is to be fair, right? I don't know any game that does a new raid every 2 months. That's pretty fucking hard to do, right? So like I totally understand, you know, they want to pump out raids faster, keep the game consistent, so they spend, you know, and then if you go back to the older, yeah, like what you wrote, Jay, exactly, right? If you go back to the older raids, they were like 6 months apart, you know, 7 months apart. So they were a little bit more like kind of unique in the design, right? Look at a con. It was almost different. The gate 3, you do the thing, you fight the boss, then you have a mech, then you come out of that, and then there's like this other mech. You fight the boss for a second, and there's a new mech, and then he goes into a new phase where he's doing like all new attacks and shit. It's a little bit different. Then you go in the tower, and then after the tower, it just feels a little bit more unique, right? So for me, I would say that I preferred, it depends though. Like I said, like what would you rather have? New raids every few months or the same raid every 6 months? I don't know. Like it's, anyway. Fine, we can just get good, so insane combat, good raid design, good, what should I say, good class design, fun class, like what I say, releases? I don't know what to say. The classes are really fun, man, let's be honest, right? They are. I mean, you guys are Lost Ark Andes, you're like, oh, these classes suck, but like realistically, guys, the classes are pretty cool. Wild Soul is cool. At the end of the day, guys, Wild Soul is cool. Do I like the furry shit? No, but it's still, bro, for what it is, it's literally the most unlikable class for a lot of people. It is cool. Am I wrong? I feel like Wild Soul, for a literally furry Ayaya druid, it looks pretty cool. I don't want that at all. I'm gonna say it. Fuck it. It is what it is. I'm gonna say peak. Okay? Like, what do you? Let's look at the competition, guys. What else do we got? Brother, that shit is dead. Okay, how many of you guys are willing to admit that Wild Soul looks cooler than you thought it was going to? I feel like it's probably a lot of people would say it looks cooler than I thought it was gonna look, right? For what, and it's doo-doo, right? Like I want like some cool peak fantasy thing. It's not my fantasy style, but it looks better than I thought it was going to, right? I think it looks fine. No sword involved. That's okay, but that's personal. You saying no sword involved is not, that's like, how do I phrase that? You saying it doesn't look cool alone just because there's no sword involved is kind of like you just prefer X fantasy versus the class looks cooler than I thought it was going to, right? That's all that I'm trying to get at. Anyway, so I would say the game does pretty good classes in general, right? We can all agree Lost Ark does pretty good classes. If you don't think so, then hey, it is what it is. But I think generally class releases in this game are very exciting. Okay, so cons. Terrible system. Anything else under pros, guys? That's it, right? I'm not missing anything. Oh, music. Insane music. Skins? Is the skins of Lost Ark a strong suit, guys? I don't know about say, Oh, nauseous. I don't know if I would say it's a con. I'm gonna leave it as is. Terrible systems. Is the story good? I can't comment. Is it a pro of the game? I'm not following the story, guys. All right, we're not gonna play as a pro. All right, terrible systems. What's another con? Pay to win, UE3, sure. Old, I'm gonna say old. Anything else? Community, I mean, that's every MMO. I'm not putting that in there. I think we're good. That's pretty much, I think we're good. Oh, narrow game design. I feel like this is fair too. Okay, it's just raids. All right, so now we're gonna go to BDO. Pros. Insane combat, massive world feel. Would I say that they have peak class releases? Fuck it, we'll just put that because it's the same. I mean, you might disagree, but you know, we'll just kind of say the same thing. Crazy, sometimes too much life skilling system. Best game in terms of bot management due to trade system. Yeah, I think this is insane. I would say interactive GMs. Do I want to put that in there? I mean, it is a pro, but at the same time, it's like people also shit on Pearl Abyss, right? So like, do I want to put that in there? Like, is Endlave really a pro of the game? I like it, but I don't know if I'm gonna put that in there. Community involvement is a pro. I don't know. So if Endlave quits, the game loses. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just about the game itself. I know what you're saying, and I agree. But what else though? Am I missing any other pros? Massive world feel, insane combat, peak class releases. You know what I will pull? Amazing alt system. I really think the alt system is great. Fair? I think it's fine. Graphics and visuals, I'm not putting that as a pro. I think the graphics are not that great. I think the graphics are good in the game, but it's old. The bloom is ridiculous. The fucking, what is it called? The particle, the fucking, what's it called? Dude, guys, I don't give a fuck what you say. BDO, it looks old. I understand it's old, bro. Dude, everything ports in, bro. Like, you can't even, like, the mountains teleport in. It looks good, but it's way too much bloom. It's like, it's not. It's good for its age, but I'm not putting that as a pro of the game, guys. I'm just not, you know? I'm not putting that as a pro of the game. It does great for maintaining its age, but it's not a pro of the game. Like if a game comes out, it's UE5 and it looks fucking amazing, sure, I'll put it as a pro, but that's not a pro of the game. Just like some of the other things like Lost Ark Story, whatever. That's not, in my opinion, a pro, okay? Character customization, not a pro. There's other games that have good characters. That's not it. Am I missing anything else? It's not a hater, it's just me being honest, man, because the pop-in is fucking ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. It's insane levels of pop-in. Tag system, I have that right here. I put tag system. Anyways, am I missing anything? What's another massive pro? I think I got it. PvP, I'm not putting that as a pro, Ubis. That shit's all over the place. Ass slider. I think this is good. All right, cons. Insane item bloat. Pretty bad compared to most. It's not like it is bad. It is pretty bad. Do I put the honing system as a con? It's confusing. I don't know. I know it's better now. I don't know. I'm not sure I put that as a con. Lack of end game content. I'm gonna say old. That is a con. Do you think any game has better combat than Lost Ark? I think BDO's combat is very good. It's just different. Never ending grind. I mean, that's a pro and a con though. Some people like that. I don't know if I'm gonna put that in there. Lack of end game. Blood can't even grind half the spots because the gear level. Yeah, but that's the point though. Like what you literally wrote in the sentence is what most people would say lack of content. If it's just grinding mobs, that is the con of the game, right? Like most people would say that's not content. What are you grinding for, you know? It needs, you know, anyways. So you can cook for 1.8 bill an hour, but what does that have to do with anything? It's still, I'm just talking about what it is. You can't sit here, Lupa, you know this. Like, why are we talking about it? You know that BDO's critique is that it lacks content. Like, I don't know why you're trying to defend this. This is a stupid hill to die on. This is like saying Lost Ark has great systems. Like, this is a stupid hill to die on. Everyone knows. I'm talking about the pros and the cons of all games. You know what I mean? It's just, it is what it is. It just lacks content. Okay, right? Like they can improve it. It's not like it's permanent. Anything else that's a major con? Item bloat, lack of end game content, old, desync. I never really thought about that when I played it though. I feel like I'm going with general, like you want like my personal fucking biases and cons. I feel like I'm keeping it to like community, most people, the outside perspective. Like I could add a bunch of cons to all of these, but I'm just keeping it general. The desync. I don't know. Confusing story. It is pretty confusing. I'll put and feel. I don't know. Lost Ark like okay, sure. Feeling of confusion for new players. I'll put that on both because they both do this. All right. Yeah. But I don't know. Creating games are pretty crazy. I don't know. Maybe it's just item bloat. Fuck it. I'm not putting this in there. All right. I guess old works too. All right. I think this is good. Oh. Pay to win. Let's go to MapleStory actually. Pros, cons. Insane bloat. That's a con. What am I saying? What's a pro about MapleStory? Bosses. There's lots of bosses. Cool class design. What's another pro? Good events. I don't know. Oh, free to play reboot version. Cons, pay to win. Well, pay to win, non-reboot, old, bloat, bad systems. I think bossing is pretty good pro. Terrible skin system. I mean that's, I won't put that there, but it's bad. Oh, music goes hard. Okay. Well, they're all the same. Korean games are all the same, but my main thing is like BDO lacks some things that Lost Ark has, etc. Right? All right, Final Fantasy 14. I can't really do this one too much. Pros, not pay to win. Raids, old. Yeah, music is lit. That's a con. What am I saying? Old. What's another con? Oh, MSQ is good, I guess. Should I put class is the class design a pro or a con in Final Fantasy? You think it's a con or a pro? Maybe I won't put it as either because, you know, is the combat actually a con of the game or is it just not? Is it just not? It's like one of those things where it's neither. Like it's not worth putting a pro or a con, you know? But you guys are Lost Ark Andes. You think any combat system is bad? Maybe I won't put it as either. The alt system is a pro. Pro is all classes in one character. But don't you have to level it up? Like, isn't that just, do you still have to level up the character? I just don't understand what the difference is. If I have to re-level up the class, how does that change? So does that sound? Sorry. It's me slapping on the desk. Yeah, but you can swap your weapon, get experience with your faster first job. I don't know. I can't really comment on this one. I haven't really played it enough. Let's do WoW. Pros, cons, old, bloat, lots of end game content. That's definitely a pro. Different avenues for different players. I mean, I would say out of all of them, insanely active community across all versions. I mean, this is pretty true, bro. Oh, I can say this for both. Easy to hop into, right? That's gotta be, wait, this is MapleStory. That's definitely true. You can just hop into the game. Yeah, easy to hop into. That is definitely a pro. Expansions, I'll put it like that, because they both have these expansion resets, which is a huge pro. Is it really easy to hop into? Yeah, you're definitely right. Add-ons are definitely... Damn, it's kind of sad that like I can't really think of a lot of like is that really what are the cons? I would say that retail is overwhelming. Yeah, but I kind of have bloat. I feel like that bloat / overwhelming. I can do that for both. Right? I can do that for a lot of these games. But I kind of have that. They kind of all will do that, but I mean, they all have this. This has bloat too, right? Oh yeah, I mean, WoW is stupid responsive. That's fair. And Lost Ark has that too. I mean, I could put that there. That's definitely true. Responsive. BDO kind of has that too, though, no? I feel like BDO is pretty responsive. Is Final Fantasy responsive? I don't know. What else am I missing? Is $15 a month a con? Maybe I should just say not. Maybe I should say buy to play. Or should I say not free to play? That's a con, right? Is that a con? I guess free to play is a pro of all these games. Free to play, for sure, it's a pro. Well, you just play the game. But BDO is not free to play. I mean, it costs $1. I don't know. I don't know. It's like $1. I don't know. I don't know. It's pretty much... Yeah. What are other pros for WoW? WoW is definitely pay to win, but I don't know if it's on the same... I don't know if I'll put it as a con. It's not the same level as Lost Ark and shit. It's pay to win, but I wouldn't put that there. I don't think it's such a big deal that it matters. Yeah, I mean, WoW's got solid raids. I mean, that's end... Yeah, but I wouldn't put it as a con of the game. Like, it's not the same level of con as Lost Ark, bro. Yes, you can't buy an Esther weapon, but there's no, like, oh my god, if I could swipe, I'd be way stronger than... It's not the same feel. I have big community. Yeah, class design. I don't think the class design in WoW is a con. or a pro. I think I hit it kind of on the tail. What do you think, Xavier? I think you should add ugly to WoW. I mean, okay, but like I put old. Can I put ugly under Final Fantasy? Because I feel like it's really ugly, man. Like if you won't let me put it here, then I can't put it under WoW because that's subjective then. Like, can I say it's ugly? Okay, because then I'll say WoW is ugly to you. I'm down. But like, I feel like if you can't let me say this is ugly, then yeah. All right, because I feel like Final Fantasy is fucking ugly too. Isn't that subjective? That's what I'm saying. Like, I personally think, but like, it's not, so if you want to put it ugly here, like, bro, I think this is ugly. Yeah, I can't put ugly, guys. But I agree with you. I do think it is ugly. I think old is fine. Okay, you know what's sad though is that these games, the cons are not that bad. Like, they're really not that bad. Like, compared to fucking some of these, the cons are just way worse. They're just way worse. Like, what do you mean? Like, okay, for example, Castform, the systems in Lost Ark is way more heavy, bro, than like old. You know what I mean? Like, it's just the truth. Like, for you, maybe the pros outweigh the cons, but the systems are just so bad, right? Like, it's so bad, right? If we go to like MapleStory, bro, like the bad systems are just so bad. Whereas like WoW, it's like, okay, they both have bloat, they're both old. The add-ons, I guess, maybe the $15 a month is a huge deal, but he wants to play an ugly game though. I mean, people do though, right? Like when you say who wants to play, I mean, there's millions of people that don't care, you know? Like there's like I feel like I feel like what Easy Cool said is true, Castform. It's literally everyone. Like you could say it's a big deal. I mean, you haven't even played it before, right? So like you have no idea. Like you say tab target, but like clearly that's not that important to people. Otherwise they wouldn't play it. It's maybe not important to like some of you guys, or it's important, but the general public doesn't care, you know? Yeah, tab target can be a hit or miss. They play because they played 20 years ago. It's nostalgia. Castform, it's literally millions of people. It's not like you have this 5-head take. You're in the minority, right? And Lost Ark is specifically in the minority because there's literally only thousands of people that play it. You're comparing millions of people to thousands. If combat was so important, we would have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and we'd have millions of people playing. It's not the most important thing to people. It just is to you because you have Lost Ark syndrome, right? That's just the truth. You know, you have Lost Ark syndrome. So it's like, you don't see that. But like the reality is factually, that's just not true. They like playing games that look like shit with combat. It's not my fault. Yeah, but like you can say that, but then at the same time, a WoW player can say you like predatory pay to win games that constantly fuck over their player base at the cost of $1. That's literally what they would say to you. And then you sound brain dead. You know what I mean? You sound like a sucker, right? Like, you know, no, it is not predatory necker the same way, brother. It's not, guys. Come on. Be fair. It's okay. You like the game's raids. You like the game's classes. Lost Ark is literally max predatory, bro. Like, it's max levels of predatory. Would I say WoW is the most fair and honest game? No. But would I say it's predatory for me to put it as a con? Come on now. It's crazy, guys. It's okay. It's okay. You like what you... Guys, people like gacha games. People literally like games that are designed to fuck you directly in the ass. That's what they're there to do. WoW is good. It's factually good. There's fucking millions of people that play it. You might not like it, but yeah, it's a pretty successful game that people like. Your chat has WoW haters for literally no reason. It's not my chat. You know, Cads, newsflash. People are fucking... What's the word I'm looking for? Tribalistic in the things that they play. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I don't. You're right, though. The game does cost money and there are pay to win features, but I wouldn't put it as a pro or a con. I'm not going to put it as a con. I agree. You know, you pay to play, you buy the box and offers pay to win, but the pay to win it's not the same. It's like eventually you can be as geared as anybody. So I can't put that there. BDO, it's like, it's fucking pay to win, bro. At the end of the day, it's literally pay to win. Would we say that the devs are a pro of Final Fantasy 14 though? I feel like I've seen so many videos recently where people are pooping on them. I don't know if it's actually a pro. I know back then it was, but I don't know if it is today. I don't know. I literally just saw a video, like, what is this called? Like Yoshi P isn't great or something. I don't know what it was. It was like this fucking video with 130,000 views. I don't know. I'm not sure if I want to put it as a pro. Should I put like slow content pace pacing, or maybe like, what is the word? Not like there isn't great replayability. How about slow content pacing? That's fair, right? Because it is kind of slow. I've heard from a lot of people it's slow. Am I wrong? I feel like, am I off? If it's not, if I'm off, I'll delete it. I don't actually know enough about fun. I don't know. So can I say kind of slow? How about kind of slow? Is that not a con? I know a lot of my friends that have played 14, they've told me that they just like, there's not a lot to do. They play the patch and there's nothing to do. You just like stop playing. Is it maybe it's not a con? I don't know. My point is that these games don't have a lot of cons that I have to like look for them. Whereas these Korean games have a lot. But I guess for the Korean games, some of the pros, except maplestory, I feel like some of the pros aren't very, very strong, you know? I feel like they're like, it's like if I were to do like a thing, I feel like, you know, these other MMOs, they're kind of like flatline, you know? It's like, they're not very, whereas Lost Ark and these, you know, it's like, there's just super, you know what I mean? It's like Korean games have these like super high highs and like super low lows. Whereas these other games are more like you just kind of go straight. It's just it's kind of just the higher highs and lower lows. The crazy part though is that you really could like put it this way, guys. What if I just did this? You know what I mean? Like it's not. I feel like my point of this whole conversation is that you could just like the pros of these Korean games, and you just slap some of these things, like just two things. Like these games are solely held up on like by like a small amount of factors. Like they're not actually very massive. I don't know about you, but above all the factors, I'm pretty sure it's the same for everyone that plays LoL. Combat is the most important part. Yeah, of course, I understand that. Well, I'm not gonna lie. We can sit here and say combat is the most important part of Lost Ark, and that's why people still play the game today. But to be honest, I wouldn't say that's the majority of people because they don't play, right? And what I would say is believable to me, and I know this sounds fucked up to say, but I do think this is a case for a lot of Korean MMOs. I'd almost put it as a con, is sunk cost fallacy. I believe this is a huge factor for Korean MMOs. You can say it's the case for all MMOs because here's the thing, man. Like if an average Joe has dropped fucking, like I saw some people linking their Steam spending on Lost Ark and like they were like 20K guys, 15K, 20K. Dude, that's gonna be hard for a random person to quit the game. You know, it's gonna be hard, bro. Like it's gonna be hard for that person to be like, yeah, you know what? I've grinded super hard and I've spent this much money, I'm gonna quit. That's hard, right? It's gonna be difficult. And I feel like that is probably a lot of the case with people that play Lost Ark and maybe even BDO. I don't know about BDO, but specifically the case in Lost Ark, you know? It's hard. The same person will tell you $15 monthly sub is outrageous. I mean, that is kind of diabolical, right? To tell people that you're spending 15 bucks a month, and then we have people spending thousands and thousands of dollars, right? Like, it's kind of like, wait, what? Free trial for 14 is pretty good, is it? But yeah, man. You know, it's weird though. It's like, generally speaking, I feel like the formula to making a fun MMO, and how would you make the best? Like, the best one would be like, you know, it would be like, what would you have? Fun combat. You know what you need though, is you need time, man. Easy to get into. The thing is you need time, man. Not pay to win. Yep. It's really these games. It's really these with just, you know? Yeah, you need a diverse end game. Yeah, WoW's gear progression is way better. That's definitely a pro, but I mean, yeah, I'm putting that there. I actually don't give a fuck. Final Fantasy, like, I don't know. Does it have good gear? It's like simple gearing. I don't know if it's a pro or not, but it's a con in 14. The gearing, too simple. Is that really a con? I get bored with the gearing. Gearing in FF is a con. Oh, wow. Okay, it's boring gearing. Is it really that bad? And so it almost is like you pick your poison, you know, what's the most important thing to you, right? Looking at MapleStory and breaking it down, I mean, the bossing, I think, is a definite big pro. Class design's cool. The music, I mean, it's not that bad, actually. Well, I don't know. Like, I really do think MapleStory's bossing is good, Xavier. I know the game looks bad, but I really do think the bossing in the game is really good because you can just hop in and play. Like, you can just go play by yourself. You don't need everybody. It's just the game's so fucking old that, yeah, it's wild, though, man. It really is wild when you break this shit down. BDO's got a great world feel to it, though. It is super nice. Lost Ark has like no world feel. It like does not even exist really. You need to try out Maple again. A lot has changed with the events and you can make a good amount of progress. I mean, there's a lot of these MMOs that I can go through and try it again. Pro over 40, you can play all the classes. I don't know if that's a pro. People always talk about that, but what am I missing from that? Like, you still have to level up the character. Like, I just don't get it. Like, I don't understand though. If I still have to level it up, how is it a pro? Loading screens are icon, yeah. Classes share gear. Where's old school RuneScape? I have no idea what to say about RuneScape. Oh, Throne and Liberty, true. All right, here we go. Okay, pro of Throne and Liberty. New / graphics. It is new. It is not an old game, which is Poggers. World feel. It's very nice, albeit it is a bit small. It does have a nice world feel. PvP game, if you like that. If you like that, it is a PvP centric game. What else is there? Is that a pro? I mean, if you like it, it's a pro, right? Like there aren't that many games that are like that. You might not like it. I'm trying to think, is there any other pros? I mean, I really like the MSQ, but I wouldn't say it's a pro. I mean, new is a big one. I feel like new is a big one. So I'm going to put that as a separate one. Am I missing anything? What else about the game was really nice? Oh, no loading screens. Sure. That's kind of fire. Oh, it's free to play. All right. Cons. PvP game. If you don't like that. Lack of content. I don't know. It just doesn't feel like there is a lot. You know what I mean? It just feels like there isn't a lot, but there is. It's just, I don't know. Do I put that there? Is it lack of content? If you don't like that. It is definitely a con if you don't like that. Pay to win. Boring weekly daily loop. Definitely could put that on Lost Ark. Boring loop. BDO, I wouldn't say boring loop, but like maybe you could say grinding. MapleStory definitely has that too. But some people like that, but grinding loop, maybe, I don't know. I mean, it's definitely, this game, boring loop. Combat, is that a con of this game? It has to be the con, right? Combat clunkiness, how about that? Is it worse than Final Fantasy 14? Low key, guys, I know you guys should on 14. I didn't play it a ton, but like the classes at least had like depth and rotation. And like it did. It had like, I don't know. I feel like it is worse, bro. Because like people hate on tab target MMOs, but like I'm telling you, the difference is in tab target games, it allows you to have like more in-depth rotations, man. It just does. Like WoW just has a way more in-depth like class design and rotation in it. It just does. Than Lost Ark. It does, man. The only thing in Lost Ark that slightly resembles, like, I don't even know if there's anything that resembles it, man. There isn't. But you have to like land the skills, and so, you know, BDO as well. Sorta. I don't know. I don't really know you test this out though. The farming rotations, you do have some skilled variety there for sure. Like on the harder packs, you can't instantly one shot. You are cycling through a lot, but yeah, BDO has a lot of depth to it. In the actual skill interactions, yeah. That's the problem with BDO is you don't really get a lot of opportunities to use it. You know, in BDO, it's like you do have like a lot of little interactions and shit with the frontal guard. It's sick, bro. It is sick. I just wish there was more. Like, I really liked the boss splits. I thought they were so fun. Especially going through them the first time. Dude, those bosses were fun, man. I enjoyed it. In the PvP, I'm gonna tell you right now, guys, it is what it is. I don't know, man. The PvP is just like weird. You just like dash all over the place, try to catch somebody, you grab them, and then you, they just, I don't know. I don't know why BDO players love the PvP so much. I don't get it. I don't understand what it is. Like a fighting game. I'm not gonna put it there. I can't comment on it. I don't know. Like I was watching this thing. Okay, let me show you guys. Okay, I was watching Blade and Soul tournament thing. I was watching this. Okay, like this shit to me, and I don't even play Blade and Soul. To me, legitimately looks like more like a fighting game than anything else. Like not even just the camera angle, but like the way you like juggle people. In BDO, you literally get two taps. Like you get caught one time. You're like fucking dead, and I've watched AOS, like I've watched it.
His own, but not enough damage to do too
you know what I mean? Like I watch Armin play all the time. They like, you literally have, you do the thing, you get caught, you V out. If you don't have the V, you're just fucking dead. Like you're just like, I don't know if I would consider that a fighting game. Like I don't know. I don't know. I'm not commenting on it because I don't have the experience on it, right? So I'm just not going to say anything because I could be really fucking clueless. I think that was what I've heard though, Azur, is that's when people started shitting on BNS, is when it went from this to a one-shot frenzy. But prior to that, I guess it was a lot more fun and back and forth, but I don't know. Again, I don't fucking know. I'll have to wait until I try it out, I guess. Crazy though. Yeah, it's really weird though. I look at some of these, man, and the cons are not that strong in these. I don't know about Final Fantasy, but the cons aren't that crazy. I guess the pros aren't. I mean, this is a huge pro, man. WoW is like, this thing for #1 for WoW is massive. Like these right here are huge. I mean, this is pretty much why the game is the most popular MMO. It's just, it's this. I swear it's this. It's not just the nostalgia. You just have infinite things that you can go do. I don't know about FF though. I have no idea. Could I have the same for 14 IMO? I don't think it has the same replayability, man. Most people will unsub from FF and come back and do something else. I just don't think it's the same. You have infinite things, man. Like in WoW, like it has nothing to do with playing the game. Here, let me put it this way, Gary Codes. I know you guys will like default because you played the game for 20 years. The reason why people play the game for 20 years is the game has had content for people to play for 20 years. You know what I mean? Like, it's just the truth. Like, it is the truth. You can hop back in, play it. There's a reason the game has been successful for 20 years, guys. It's not just nostalgia, right? If nostalgia was the case, then everyone would be playing Warcraft 3 today, right? It's the truth, bro. Why aren't people playing Warcraft 3 for 20 years? Why aren't people playing, like it's just, there's stuff to do. It's not just Mythic Plus. You have Mythic Plus. You have Rated Battlegrounds. You have 3v3 Arena. You have 2v2 Arena. You have Solo Queue Arena. You have Battleground Blitz. You have Mythic Plus. You have 4 different difficulties of rating. You have infinite collection content, like absolute infinite. That's super easy to understand too. You don't need that stupid ass little fucking wardrobe with the fucking thing in Final Fantasy. Just infinite collection content. You have the stupid ass little thing they added recently where you have pet battles. What is that new thing too? Where you go the fucking, I don't know what it's called. Like the little thing where you collect these cards. There's a bunch of bullshit. I don't know. There's infinite shit to do. Final Fantasy has the raids. What else do you have? What's the content of Final Fantasy? You have raids. You have those dungeons that you can kind of do. There's a couple of them. What are they called? It's not as popular as Mythic Plus, but you have the delves now. All right, ERP guys. By the way, if ERP is a strength, guys, you can go into Goldshire and literally go talk to some furry ass wolves, bro. I'm not kidding. They're fucking crazy levels of ERP in that shit. Go in there. There's an add-on. You can talk to their fursonas. I'm not exaggerating this. They're insane. I'm not putting that as a pro. Not as good. Well, I wouldn't really know Jaime. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really going to the fursona shit. How do you know? Because I went to go test it out. I did test that shit out. I did. I wanted to go see what was up. And they have these profiles and shit. It's fucking weird. The community in 14 is not comparable to any other MMO. They run their own musicals, events, performances, and shows. Yeah, I know they have like their clubs and shit like that, and they do the music. The community, I guess, is a strength in both. I don't know. I guess you could say pro here too. Community feel. But WoW has got that too. I mean, just look at the OnlyFans thing. Like that's... They have big ass community things going on. You know what's fucked up, guys? The dueling tournament that they had for OnlyFans had more viewers than the race to world first. That is diabolical. Literally diabolical. Is it all streamers though? It's still the community though. It's still literally our community. It's the same thing as you guys putting on stuff. They put on events. It's still the community. It is diabolical. By the way, really anyone cares about the race? I mean, they do care. Hundreds of thousands of people show up. They do care. Listen, this chat has certified WoW haters. It is what it is, guys. If you don't want to admit it, it's fine. I know a lot of people just hate World of Warcraft because you grew up playing fucking like Maganobi or some shit. You never played WoW. It's just a fact, okay? The game. What are we saying here? This is stupid. It is what it is. Like, I don't know why you guys hate it. It makes no sense, but it's the truth. Like, you grew up playing Maganobi instead of WoW, then you like fucking playing fucking Korean games and Eastern games. It's okay. Like, it's fine, but it is the most successful game by a lot. Yeah, it is what it is, guys. Oh my God. Some crazy nausea. Dude, I don't want to see another. Bro, Lil Justice, you got to stop fucking DMing me all the time, bro. Dude, Savix is farming the fuck out of this guy. I feel like at some point, like, you got to stop fucking DMing me all the time, bro. Like, no, this shit's getting unhinged, though. Ah! What the fuck, man? No, you're done for, bro. You're fucking done for. Like, this was so fucked up. I don't even know who linked this. That was fucking insane, man. Like, I'm actually, I can't even fucking hear. Jesus Christ, bro.